Hello everyone, myself Rajesh Mandar from Fujiyama JLS School, and today we are going to discuss about the upcoming April session 2022. And for April session 2022, we are recruiting for these three different course schemes. And the first course is 2 years course. This is only 2 years course, and the second one is the 2 years course with scholarship, and the third one is 2 years course for specified skilled worker, that is Tokutei Ginou visa. And moving to the next, the first one, the 3 years course, that is general 2 years course. And in this general 2 years course, you study 2 years of Japanese language in Fujiyama Japanese Language School, and after the graduation of language course, you will move to university or vocational school for further studies or work in Japan, checking the working visa. Moving on details, and here is the 2 years course, which starts from April 2022 and end with March 2024. And talking about the expenses, the total school expenses comes with 1,468,500 Japanese yen, and the total dormitory expenses comes for 2 years is 495,000 Japanese yen, which includes electricity, water, gas, and free Wi-Fi. And talking about the food expenses, the amount of 430,000 Japanese yen, and this is comes with like 18,000 per month. And this is, so it can be lower or higher as per your expenses. It depends on you. And the total outcome comes with 2,670 Japanese yen, which is also an approximate figure. So it might be a little higher than this, I guess. So from the part-time jobs, you can earn about 2,040,000 Japanese yen, and this amount is also calculated with the minimum wage rate and the 28 hours per week calculation. So it might be it is sure that you can have more income, like you can work in more 48 hours per week in long vacations, and this is the outcome and your income calculation in general. So moving to the next, and here we come with the payment schedule for 2 years course. And your payment schedule comes with the first installment is at February to March 2022, and the amount is 797,250 Japanese yen, which includes the admission fee, dormitory entrance fee, and total tuition fee and dormitory fee for 9 months, that is from April to December. The second installment comes with early December 2022, and the amount is 466,500 Japanese yen, which is the tuition fee and dormitory fee for 6 months from January to June. And the same amount of 466,500 Japanese yen is paid in early June 2022. That is also the tuition fee and dormitory fee of 6 months from July to December. And the last installment comes with 233,250 Japanese yen. That is the 3 months tuition fee and dormitory fee from January to March. And the total expenses comes with 1,963,500 Japanese yen, and which includes the 2 years tuition fee, all the textbooks, international student insurance, dormitory, water, gas, electricity, Wi-Fi, and of course big subsidies. And then moving to the next, we are going to talk about what we do after the graduation of Japanese language school. There are some students who want to go for further studies in university or vocational schools, and there are some universities and vocational schools affiliated with Fujiyama Japanese Language School in different places of Japan with different faculties. So you can move to these colleges or universities and vocational schools as well. And moving to the next, and the next option is you have to work in Japan. You want to work in Japan with work permit visa, and there are two methods of working in Japan currently. The method one is Ijizu Jinminsuki Kokusai Gyoumu visa. This is general working visa provided to the foreigners for working in Japan. And for this, the minimum qualification you need is JLPT N2 level, and you should have university graduate And the second method is Tokutei Ginou, that is specified skilled worker visa. And for this, your minimum qualifications should be JLPT and for level, and you should be high school graduate. So moving to the next. Yes, from our school, we have a professional career support as well. And as we want to say that Estate Incorporation is a human resource company which is specialized in the field of tourism and travel, which is the father company of Fujiyama JLS. So there might be a good support and assist to our students for your further career development. And moving on to this, here is the book called Shadowing. Do you know about shadowing? Hope you will know better than me. So the book called Shadowing, and this book has been written by our principal, Mr. Saito Hitoshi, and this book is totally based on how the student can learn for job hunting, for interviews, and this is a practical way of learning in daily life for these purposes, and this has been written by our principal. And we are doing in general also, we are practicing in our curriculum also this shadowing in our class, so it will be very supportive for the further career development for you. So moving to the next. And the second one is the 2 years course with scholarship. In this course, you study 2 years Japanese language class in Fujiyama Japanese Language School and 2 years of vocational school of caring, and work in Japan for 5 years as a caregiver. So moving to the next in details. And here we can see study Japanese and yes care for 2 years each, and as I said before also, and you have to work as a caregiver for more than 5 years, and you don't need to pay the amount of scholarship also. This is a great opportunity to do this. Let's move to the next in details with this scholarship scheme. And at the period of Fujiyama Japanese Language School, you get a scholarship amount of 840,000 Japanese yen, in which your total school expenses is 1,470,000 Japanese yen. And the payment system goes like, at the time of admission, you are paid 120,000 Japanese yen, and after that, you will be paid 30,000 monthly in every 3 months. And after the completion of Japanese language school, let's talk about the refunding of the scholarship amount. And the refunding goes with like, if you move to the International Welfare Education College recommended by our school, you will not have to pay the amount of 360,000 Japanese yen. It's totally exempted, and the remaining amount of 480,000 Japanese yen you have to repay. That is also after the graduation of vocational school. And moving to the 2 years vocational school of caring, in this course you are provided the scholarship amount of 1.6 million for 2 years, which comes your total expenses with 2 million Japanese yen for 2 years. And in this, the payment system goes like, at the time of admission, you will be provided 200,000 Japanese yen, and for monthly base, you will be provided 50,000 Japanese yen in every 3 months. And at the time of graduation, you will be provided 200,000 Japanese yen. And about the refunding of this 1.6 million amount, if you move on to the caregiver office in the Yamanashi Prefecture for the 5 years old, and the total amount of scholarship is exempted from the repayment. So after the graduation, you will move to the Yamanashi Prefecture's aged care office and start working, and your basic salary might be from 200,000 Japanese yen per month. So it's the simple process for scholarship pattern. So let's move to the next. And here we come with the payment schedule for scholarship. And the first installment comes with at the time of February to March 2022, and the amount you have to pay at the first is 407,200 Japanese yen, which includes admission fee, dormitory entrance fee, tuition, and dormitory fee for 9 months. And the second one is at early December. So this is 286,500 Japanese yen, which is the tuition fee and dormitory fee for 6 months, that's from January to June. And the same amount of 286,500 is you have to pay at the early June 2022. That is also the tuition fee and dormitory fee of 6 months. And the last payment comes with the early December of 2023, that is 143,250 Japanese yen. That is the tuition fee and dormitory fee for 3 months from January to March. And your total expenses comes with 1,123,500 Japanese yen, which in your general course you have 1,963,500 Japanese yen. And in this all is included like 2 years tuition fees, all the textbooks, international student insurance charge, and dormitory fee, water, gas, electricity, Wi-Fi, and there is also big success as well. Then moving to the next, let's talk about repayment for scholarship amount during the Fujiyama Japanese language school. And the amount you have been provided as a scholarship is 840,000 Japanese yen, and you have to pay is 480,000 Japanese yen. In the case that if you enter the school affiliated in the International Welfare Education College, so in this case the amount of 360,000 Japanese yen is exempted from the repayment. And the payment system goes like this. After the graduation of vocational school, so you have to pay 15,000 Japanese yen monthly with the installment of 32 times, and this comes like with 2 years and 8 months, and you have to pay after you start working. So the next case is if you drop out the vocational school at the middle, so at that time you have to repay the amount of 480,000 Japanese yen at once, so when you drop out the school. And the last case we have, if you do not enter the vocational school, if you wish to move for another colleges or universities, so in that case you need to pay the full amount of 840,000 Japanese yen as soon as you graduate the Japanese language school. And next, here are the basic conditions for the applicants to apply. And the first and foremost is that you must have a strong will to study Japanese, and as you have to work for 5 years in Japan as a caregiver, so you should be well prepared. You should be mentally prepared to work for these 5 years in Japan. So this is the first and foremost. And the second comes with the education qualification, that you should have high school diploma or higher than that. And the third one comes with your Japanese language proficiency, that is you should have learned 150 hours at your country before applying. So the next comes with the financial ability to learn in Japan. So that is you must have the ability to get expenses of about 1.5 million and or more. And the last but not the least here comes with the age factor, that is we have mentioned here that is 25 years old, less than 25 years old, but it is not necessary that you should be like less than 25 years. It is just because the whole course comes with 2 years at Japanese language school, 2 years at Senmon vocational school, and 5 years of working. So it is a long way. It's total 9 years. So it might be better for you itself that you come in younger age. So here you can see all the basic works you have to do in the ESI office, and it comes like with taking care of the old age people for their day-to-day living, and you have to deal with all of these sort of works. So let's move to the next. Moving to the next, here is our third scheme, that is 2 years course for specified skilled worker, that is Tokutei Ginou visa. In this course, you have to learn 2 years Japanese language course in Fujiyama Japanese language school, and then you work in Japan as a specified skilled worker. So in here we can say how we can support our students in specified skill working. So as we have mentioned earlier also, our parent company Australian Corporation is a human resource company, and as well as Australia is registered as a support agency for a specified skilled worker, and we can support you on these following fields. So let's move on. Let's talk about specified skilled worker visa, and this is a visa which is granted to the foreigners for working in Japan, and it has been started from 2019. So in this visa system, there are 14 different industries, and you can choose your favorite, or you can choose your interested field, and you can work in Japan with specified skilled worker visa. So talking about the fields, here are the different fields we can support from Australian Corporation. So as we are the registered support agency, so these are the fields like we support you in this caregiver field, accommodation industry, agriculture, manufacture of food and beverages, and last one is food service industry, that is the restaurants. And moving to the next, let's talk about the steps to work like specified skilled worker visa. And the first step comes with the qualifications you should have before applying for SSW, and the minimum Japanese language qualification you should have JLPT Yan4, and the second one is you should pass the work skills test in the specific field. So if you have if you pass these two of these exams, so you can face to the interview. So the second step comes with job interview, and we have mentioned here more than entry, and this is because the more higher your Japanese proficiency level is, it's a higher chance to get a better job. Like it's a tough competition, so you better have N3 level of Japanese language. So, and after you are passed the interview, so the third step comes with you get the specified skilled worker visa, and then you start working as a specified skilled worker. So this is the simple process of specified skilled worker. So moving to the next, and here comes the payment schedule for specified skilled worker visa. And in this field, the total payment system is same as the 2 years general course. There is no any differences, and as we have also discussed below, so all the total expenses come with the same amount, and the difference is that if you get employed or if you get the job at the middle of your school, so you can finish the school at the same time. So the condition is that the amount you have paid, the fees you have paid, is not refundable. So that is the case you have to remember. And moving to the next, the Fujiyama Japanese Language School, we want to say simply the location to live, to study, and do part-time jobs. So let's talk about the location of our school. Our school is located in Yamanashi Prefecture, and it's near from Tokyo, and it's about 1.5 hours from Tokyo by bus. So, do you know Mount Fuji? Yes, you all know about Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is the highest mountain of Japan, and it's declared as the old white tourist site. So, this is happening tourism area near Tokyo. So there are almost many hotels and restaurants. So it's a better opportunity to get part-time jobs, as there are many hotels and restaurants. So location-wise also, we can say Fujiyama Japanese language school's location is will be the best for you for your schooling. So moving to the next, and here are some pictures of our school, and you can see this is our school's building. So you can see back that's Mount Fuji, snowy Mount Fuji, and you can see other pictures like this is our classrooms, and this is our space for learning, and here are our students enjoy learning. So moving to the next. And I guess you all have seen this picture in internet or somewhere. Yeah, I think you are all familiar with this picture. And this picture is of Tokutei Pagoda, and it's almost near from our school. It's about 10 minutes by car from our school. And this place, this beautiful place, you can also experience easily in our world. So let's move to the next, and moving to the next, and here is our school. Here is Fujiyama Japanese language school. This is Mount Fuji, and there are 5 different lakes around Mount Fuji, and it is near to the Fuji Kawaguchi Lake. So students can enjoy this type of outdoor activities like surf. So this is a picture with our students where we enjoy surf during the vacations. So it might be a great experience to you as well. So let's move to the next. You are thinking about you are going to talk about, I think, part-time jobs during the Japanese language school and vocational language school. I think you are worried about that, so I just want to explain in short about part-time jobs in our school areas. So as I told earlier also, our school is located in tourism area, that is Fuji Kawaguchiko, and there are many hotels and restaurants and other different fields for working. So there is a great opportunity for you to get part-time jobs easily, like in hotels and restaurants and convenience stores. And you can see the pictures also. This is our student who is working in convenience stores. So we can assure you a great time doing part-time jobs and focus in your study without this. So, and moving to the next, let's compare the lifestyle in the big cities, countryside, and us. So, talking about the big cities, there is various types of part-time jobs. Many students from many countries, so there might be a big competition. So the seats of the job can be at night also. So I think that's very difficult as a student to give study time and cannot focus in your career also. And as well as there is a high rent in the big cities, and transportation cost comes with higher volumes. So there is also loss of travel time. So the big city life might be very good or comfortable, but there are some disadvantages also. So moving to the countryside, and there may be a part-time job. You can get a part-time job, but there are a lot of factories. So in the factories, like the part-time jobs, you cannot use your Japanese language. There is less chance of competition. So and you can't have study times, like you have to do night shifts. So there is few chance to speak Japanese. It might be low rent, but it might be low rent, so low transport cost, but there is inconvenient points of it more comparing to us. So moving to us, so as we mentioned earlier also, our school's area is a tourist area, and the citizens are also are few here, so there will be many tourists around here. So there are many hotels, restaurants, and like in the work, like in the part-time jobs, like restaurant and hotels, we have many good chance to speak Japanese language, and you can work in the daytime after school. So that is the best way that you can balance your study and part-time jobs. So I guess Fujiyama's location is best for you for your language progress and for your career development with low rent, less transport cost, and that is obvious that you can save money and time, spend time for your study, and you can develop your career as well. So this is like comparing our locality and like big cities and countryside. So I will like personally also I would like to recommend our school in this context. So let's move to the next. And here you can see this building. This is our remodeling building for dormitory, and it's unisex dormitory, and all rooms are private. And you can enjoy your living here with studying, and you can go to school like from here. You can say like it's about 14 minutes by walk and like 5 minutes by bicycle. So it's so near from school, so it's easy access from hostel to school also. So moving to the next about the dormitory expenses. So here, as we have dormitory entrance fee, here is 15,000, which have been already paid at the time of the first installment. So after you enter the dormitory, and you have to pay 20,000 and per month. So this is your dormitory fee, which includes electricity, water, gas, and free Wi-Fi also. So besides this, we have all type of facilities like you can use microwaves, refrigerators, kitchenware, tableware, washing machines, hair dryers, and vacuum cleaners. And you have a public shared study space, and of course you can enjoy a beautiful view of Mount Fuji from your balcony. So you can enjoy your living after school. This is our present dormitory. As you can see, this is a Japanese style house, and you can see this is the picture of Fujiyama from the balcony of our dormitory. So the students are enjoying their study as well as living in this dormitory currently. So we are eagerly waiting to welcome you here in our school. So for the notice, we would like to inform you that you can apply until 15th October for this April 2022 session. And so moving to the next, and here, as we know, this is it's still Corona time. We are in the pandemic situation. So after you come to Japan, you have to be quarantined for 2 weeks after entering Japan. And here we have mentioned 2 weeks, but it might be changed. It might be for lower days also in case of Corona, how it comes within the future. So in this case, you have to take hotel reservations and all other processes during this quarantine. So from Fujiyama Japanese Language School, we'd like to assure you that you don't need to take chances about the hotel reservations and other processes. So we can We provide you a room for isolation, so we would take some certain fees, but it might be comparing to other hotel reservation, and it will be very cheaper for you, and you can be safely isolated for the period of quarantine. So we have provided you the we can provide you Zoom classes during this isolation period also. So thank you for your precious time, and you can feel free for asking anything you have more want to know about our school, about our courses. So please contact us anytime. So thank you once again. Bye bye. ありがとうございます。